I'm sure you remember the insane ticketing debacle that happened when Oasis announced their long-awaited reunion tour for 2025 a couple of months ago. It was just such a nightmare over in the UK. You had 1.4 million tickets that were available. They were on sale. But then you had 10 million people in the queue trying to buy tickets from 158 different countries. It was just absolutely insane. Obviously, the tour sold out basically instantly. Tickets available on the resale sites for, skyrocketed prices, over the top amounts of money. But the fans were told when the tickets went on sale over in the UK that you could only buy them at face value via Ticketmaster or through their resale partner, Twickets, I guess it's called. And I guess on the day that those tickets went on sale, I just found out today, Ticketmaster blocked 250 million different actions across their website from suspicious activity, suspect accounts, things like that. It was total craziness. And then on top of all that, you, of course, had everybody's favorite thing, dynamic pricing. That only happened in the UK. They did not do that for over here in the US because of the backlash that they received in the UK. But, dynamic pricing, of course, the prices change given the demand. Exactly what it sounds like, just like Wendy's said they were going to try to do or whatever. It's an absolutely ridiculous concept. And, when the tickets are going for thousands of pounds, I guess, when I think the face value was like 150 pounds. And I had heard somewhere, I don't know exactly how it all works, but, if you were going to resell the ticket, you could only get face value. So anything above the face value, if this is true, I don't know 100%, but, if you sold it for, let's say, 500 pounds, you would get 150 pounds back, but then the other 350 pounds, I guess, would go to the promoter of the tour, Live Nation and SJM. So, if that's true, that's even more fucked. I'm not quite sure how all that works. But the bottom line is when that tour went on sale, it was just a complete shit show. So much backlash that an investigation was launched by the government in the UK into Ticketmaster to see whether or not they breached consumer law. It was just total craziness. But since then, the last couple of months, the dust seems to have settled until now. Because according to the BBC File on 4, they say that according to the tour promoters, Live Nation and SJM, more than 50,000 tickets are about to be canceled. They might, the process could have started by now. For the dates in the UK that were listed on secondary platforms, the tickets that were sold that violated the terms and conditions, there were people using VPNs to hide their IP addresses, multiple credit cards, bots to speed up the checkout process, all sorts of crazy shit happening. And I guess all of the tickets that are about to become invalidated will be put back up for sale through Ticketmaster. And I guess this is happening very, very soon, with Live Nation and SJM noting that 4% of the tickets for the entire UK tour ended up on resale sites, which is close to 50,000. The process, like I said, for the canceling of those sales is going to start very soon. It's going to be any transactions that broke the terms and conditions. And then I guess anyone that has their purchase canceled that thinks that it was canceled in error, they didn't, scalp or whatever, I guess they'll have the opportunity to speak to a ticket agent to have their case investigated. And there was a spokesperson from the promoters on the whole canceling situation that told the BBC, these terms and conditions were successfully put in place to take action against secondary ticketing companies reselling tickets for huge profit. Only 4% of tickets have ended up on resale sites. Some major tours can see up to 20% of tickets appearing via the major unauthorized secondary platforms. All parties involved with the tour continue to urge fans not to purchase tickets from unauthorized websites, as some of these may be fraudulent and others subject to cancellation. What's interesting, though, is that despite all of that, the secondary ticketing company Viagogo, which I honestly was not familiar with until today, but I guess they're owned by StubHub, they said that they will continue to sell Oasis tickets regardless, with Matt Drew, who oversees business development for Viagogo, telling the BBC File on 4, 2% of Oasis tickets are on Viagogo and StubHub. We will continue to sell them in the way the regulator says we can. We are serving a clear consumer need. We will continue doing it on that basis. It should also be pointed out that the reselling of tickets is legal in the UK, so long, of course, as the original tickets were received legitimately. But, I went to Viagogo's website because according to this BBC article that I was reading, there was a ticket on Viagogo that was going for £11,000, and then another one on StubHub that I guess was going for a whopping £119,000. I was not able to find those, but I did still see some on both websites going for about £4,000 to £5,000 each, which is just absolutely insane. Of course, Viagogo does have a guarantee, a refund policy that if you try to go to the show, they deny you entry, and you go through the proper steps within, I think, 48 hours, they'll refund you, which is great. Or, even in the case that the ticket seller, selling the ticket on that platform was fraudulent or whatever the case may be. So I don't know. This whole thing is just such an absolute mess. I mean, it's just been craziness since it went on sale. I would have to imagine that this, will probably be the end of it, but who knows? There's also people saying that somebody commented on one of my posts about this issue on the Logan Show Facebook page that they're going to have to refund a whole lot more than 50,000 tickets because Liam and Noel Gallagher are going to murder each other before the tour even takes place next summer. So I don't know. I guess we'll see. But that's all I got for you right now. Thanks so much for hanging out. Feel free to drop a like and subscribe below if you feel like it. And I will see you next time.